What is going on YouTube? It's Sankey. We're back with another one. Alright guys, I'm coming at you with a play to load up on. Now throughout this market volatility, you guys know I'm going to show up each and every day because it's just another opportunity to help you guys build out your portfolios before we see the next turn in the market, and it's onwards and upwards from there. Now's the best time to build out your portfolios because next time we see the run up in the market, these plays that you're investing in now, they'll be up 30, 40, 50% or more. Now before I get to it, I need you guys to hit that like button for me, and if you're new, hit that subscribe button during the journey. Now before we jump into the play, I want to touch on something because it's important for you guys to understand what's going on in the markets right now. So I've just pulled up the US 10-year Treasury note yield 1.6%. Now over the weekend the Senate passed the vote for the stimulus package. This had the effect of increasing that yield, and we know the increasing yield is causing the markets to pull back right now. And if we look at the yield over the last 5 days, you can see it's been making its climb upwards. Now, because of the vaccine rollout and the stimulus packages, this is leading to expectation we're going to see economic growth, which leads to the expectation we're going to see inflation also increasing, which is causing the bondholders to pull their money out. Now, the price of the bonds and the yield, they move inversely. So as they pull the money out, the price comes down, the yield goes up. Now this increase in yields is causing a shake-up in the markets because as yields increases, this means that company borrowing costs also increase and also the attractiveness of stocks decrease. So that's what's going on at the moment. So ideally, what we want to see is a cool off in these bond yields. Now we're going to keep tabs on this moving forward because it's going to allow us to strategize our moves in the market. So I just wanted to clear that one up. Now without further ado, let's jump into the play. Up on screen, that's Golden Nugget Online Gaming, ticker symbol GNOG. Now with this play, I've been waiting patiently on the sidelines before pulling the trigger. We know there's been a massive sell-off recently with this play, but I don't want you guys to sleep on this one. This is an undervalued play with big potential. And you guys know the best time to buy these plays is when they're in the red. And if you look at the charts, you can see this one's come down over 20% on the month. So not only are they affected by the market sell-off, but also that stock price has been under pressure due to their warrants. And the warrants just give the right to buy the stock at a certain price by a certain date. And that price is $11.50. That's far below the price we've seen of GNOG over the last couple of weeks. That's why you've seen that downwards pressure in that stock price. Now the reason why I picked it up in the market today is because the deadline to exercise these warrants is 5 p.m. New York City time today. So going forward, it should be the start of some stabilization for the GNOG stock price. Now let me remind you guys why we like this play. Revenue for 2020 clocked in at around $90 million. This is a 60% increase year on year, and most of it came from New Jersey. What they're looking to do is replicate this performance in New Jersey in different states. Now we know recently Michigan came online and I'm expecting a big revenue uplift from their Michigan numbers. Now just like DraftKings, the growth potential for GNOG is large as more and more states come online. That increases their total addressable market and increases their revenue potential. Now one state that's on my radar, that's New York. I know they're in the process. And it was only a few weeks ago that Golden Nugget signed a 20-year agreement with Tioga Downs Racetrack, which should give them access to the New York market when they come online. So here we have a forward-thinking play that's undervalued with big growth potential. That's why I had to scoop them up in the markets today. Now my end of year price target on Golden Nugget, that's $25. Alright guys, I wanted to show you this. Right now Bitcoin's price is $51,000. Over the last 24 hours, they're up 0.5%. Now we know Bitcoin's all-time high was just under 60,000, but right now they're showing some stability around that 50,000 mark. So that means we have to take a look at a few of our plays. Up on screen, we've got Argo Blockchain, ticker symbol ARB. This is our UK listed mining play. You guys know the strategy when it comes to these crypto miners. That's anytime you see that pullback in that stock price, but you see Bitcoin showing some stability or rising, it's time to pull the trigger. So on the week's performance, you can see Argo's come down. This just opens up a good entry point to grab some stock. Now you guys know I say keep 2 to 5% of your portfolio in crypto. Crypto has big potential, but it is volatile. So as you can see, my value in this one is just over 1,000. So this is a comfortable amount for me to have in the portfolio. Now we know the miners are on a big expansion push right now, and news has dropped today that Argo have gone ahead and purchased the land for their Texas mining facility. So I'm expecting big things for this play going forward. Right now, this is a play that's sub $1 billion in market cap. I believe they can get to $2 billion by the end of the year. Now another crypto play for you guys to keep your eye on is Canaan, that's ticker symbol CAN. They produce the Bitcoin mining machines. This play has been flying recently, but they've been holding up some stability over the last couple of weeks. So strike price on this one, if you can catch them under $18, consider jumping in on this play. Now remember, with these crypto plays, ensure you have your stop losses set in case we see some extreme downwards volatility in the price of Bitcoin. Let's talk how we can level up as investors. Now, another part of your stock due diligence is to look at your historic revenue growth and forecast revenue growth, as well as your margins. Now, when it comes to the revenues, I'm looking at least 2 years historic revenue growth. I'm looking out for at least 30% year-on-year growth. Now, it's important to see this growth historically because it shows the company has a product or a service that the marketplace actually wants and needs. Now, you also want to understand why that company's been able to grow year on year. Over the last 12 months, a lot of companies have grown given the pandemic effect. That is, the pandemic has accelerated their growths, and going forward into this year and beyond, that growth rate is going to decline. So you want to keep tabs on that. Now, when it comes to the margins, there's no number you're looking out for because every industry has different margins. But what you want to see is margin expansion, that's margin improvement year on year or quarter on quarter. Now, as I've always said, you've got beasts of a player in your hand if their revenues are growing and they're becoming more profitable. Alright guys, Morocco with the channel, you know what time it is. Daniel says, what's your views on IAG, EasyJet and National Express? So this is a great question, so thank you for sending it in. I'm just going to pull up EasyJet as an example. So over the last 3 months, you can see this plays up 18%. So good performance and they're making their climb. But what you guys must know is a lot of these plays still have a good 30 to 50% left in the tank to run up. That's up for grabs. So on the year's performance, you can see pre-pandemic levels, they're at 1,500. So they will be making their return up once we hear further easing of travel restrictions. Now this one's for my true long-term investors. Up on screen, that's National Express, ticker symbol NEX. This one has good growth potential going forward for years to come because they have their UK operations, but they also have their international operations, which provide a lot of upside for that stock price. So not only can you get a good 50% upside from them rebounding to their pre-pandemic levels, as they grow out and scale internationally, that stock is going to continue growing. So this is a good one to add in the portfolio. Alright guys, so that wraps things up. Do hit the like button for me, helps the channel out. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, join the journey. Also check out link down below to the Patreon where you can get access to our Discord and join our team of investors over there. So as we progress through the rest of the week, I'll be coming at you guys with a ton more videos to ensure you guys are prepped and ready to crush another week in the markets. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.